into the game. Thanks for bearing with us here, and we're fast into the pistol round. Looks like we got a little bit of a vent drop going on here, or at least the utility to potentially set one up. Spam comes through. Jonchi's trying to lurk his way out. Oh, he's trying to get on the hut. That flash went awry. Something's going on here, and it's definitely not working well. Everybody's been massacred here. It's a slaughter. Not looking good so far. Jazz, or Pwn alone, sorry. All alone. He does have the bomb, though. Trying to bait a little bit of a peek. Someone else to come on down to join him. There's only one player towards lower. If he could get this kill, he could get a bomb plant out of it. No one else is positioned to come down. Now they are. Oh, he was just trying to bait the chase. He doesn't want the round. Or doesn't even want the bomb plant. He wants the round. And he's still got a minute to play with. He's isolating these fights like a champ. Pwn alone, 2 kills to his name. They are spread out. Nobody can help anybody else. It's all going to be about fights. It's all going to be about duels. Pwn's not expecting the extra peek, but Carson can't nail this shot. He's trying for it. But my goodness, he might actually just be through. Oh, he goes down. A bit of a blunder there. Had the A sight. Didn't expect it. Tries to give him the old whip around. And there's a player at the bottom of the ladder waiting for him.
Not quite able to work on out. Still, honestly, really good attempt. Isolating those duels to perfection. Makes the call. Assumes they might have rotated to try and chase, or we're hounding him down towards the upper site. Not to be said. The vents do not work out. And, fun fact, I love that the Kleja is still auto-muted whenever we get into a new server.
No, it's Carson.
Oh, it's Carson.
It's Carson.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. There's 2 people who could be prime to be auto-muted on this team. But, Carson instead, the one to get rid of that one. So, yeah, fun little fact about him.
I think Carson likes the type.
Yeah.
A lot.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Mike. What's going on? How have they gotten this done? And he might even get another no. John G not able to do it. Still, this is a 2v2.
Rifles up.
Yeah, and Ben late holding on the cross. He spotted out the info. A smoke to allow it. Bomb gets down here.
They even got one more.
Is there a kit? Neither of these players have it on them, presumably dropped somewhere in the map, but now another player to fall. It's just Kleja. He's been spotted, but he takes one. 1 versus 1 now. DJ wounded in the bomb. It's out in the open. This just has to be the head-to-head fight. Utility? Not quite for DJ, but the smoke. Oh, this almost helps him. Allows DJ to play around this. Drops his gun. No. Tries to run away. A blunder. And it's so damn close, but still. ChocoCheck, keep with it.
My goodness, that one got close, though. A bomb plant, even if they don't win it, would have probably signaled another buy-in just to keep the CT economy honest. They have to be tempted regardless. You can't go for it, but it has to be tempting, knowing how close you came to taking that round. You hate to see the fumbles. The looks away. He dropped the gun thinking he was on top of another and just couldn't get it figured out in time. Negev picked up here for Carson. This is actually one of those situations where it does make sense. Your economy is kind of in a shambles. It's not a bad gun for holding certain spots on this map, specifically the one he's going for right now. What was that? Pwn alone? Someone check him PC. That is not normally.
Really isn't. Carson maybe going to be a little more careful about where he goes poking with the LMG, but CJ outside. Not a care in the world. We'll tap away at Benleet, so just Cynic and Pwn. Separated up. Bomb still back in spawn. This one feeling like a foregone conclusion. A little bit of damage would be nice. His Pwn has actually made the vent drop work, but Bomb is not with him. That's a problem, and Cynic cannot run back to get it. So, Pwn will probably just have to hunt for kills here.
If only he had the bomb. What could have been? What could have been? 'Tis not to be. A tragedy. Star-crossed, bombless lovers.
I don't know if I read that Shakespeare play.
No?
No.
A tale of Nuke.
I didn't know if Shakespeare knew about bombs back then.
A big Counter-Strike player, that Shakespeare.
Really? He was into it. I respect that. I respect that. Little EUCS. The early days?
The early days. UKCS, actually. So, you know, he was already faded.
Before Fnatic, there was Shakespeare. And again, we'll stay up.
The Tempest would be a dope team name.
Ooh. A good one. You can get a lot out of that era. Maybe if you ever make an org, I was initially thinking just like a solid Darf Gaming, but there are pivots to be had.
The problem is if you named yourself after Shakespeare things, you just couldn't copyright anything, right?
But surely that's out of the... That's
Oh,
in
it's
the
public
common
domain,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
be able to copyright
You wouldn't be able
it
to copyright it. Gotcha,
for
gotcha,
your
gotcha.
org IP. But it is public domain, most certainly. Yeah, no, Shakespeare is not pursuing those copyright holds.
He's gonna put a
That's why every
DMCA
school
strike on
teaches
your
it.
Twitter account. Awaken from the grave. Just to put out the strike, but... in this round, Bentley has found himself a good little position. Lots of map control here for the T's with George. On the ramp is alone. He'll fall away. And outside, it's a 1-for-1 trade. John G for Jazz Pimp. Still, the space is great for the T's. They can take this one over towards upper if they like, and that seems to be the play. Wrap towards heaven. Isolate the players on the site. There's only 2. Klasia has so many angles to be wary of. Zanegev below him. Harson posted close on the line, looking to try and find the double dink in close proximity. An exchange with Jazz Pimp, and now, surely it has to be the hit towards upper. Klasia takes the first. Now he's being surrounded. The bomb, but he's just sticking it. But Klasia's just going to keep on hunting. Swings around, not able to take the planter. Now they're going to give. This is its time to shine. Sprang away, but pops up at the wrong time still. The clutch denied. George is there for the trade. And well, the party astronauts get knocked down a peg as the flawless streak continues for ChocoCheck.
That's another round that just reminds you how dang good Klasia is, right?
Oh, yeah.
The movement is impeccable. The kills come through. That just clothesline shot on the player swinging mini had to come through realistically, right? I mean, say what you will about Carson's position. Realistically, he's useless there as the Negev player to actually help you. So effectively, Klasia is on an island there, knows he has to isolate one of the directions that they're swinging in from multiple, and gets 2 kills out of that. That's really nicely played in the round. Now, no Negev to restrict. So this is really going to be a tough nut to crack. Full AK's up once again. Investment is there, and admittedly, if they do crack this nut, a sweet meat inside is that the CT does not have a lot of money spare to work with. Play comes
We'll
in
have to see
towards
if they
lower.
can extract that. It's George up above now. Holding AK in his hands. The spray is good. The smoke helps him, but not for long enough. Ben lead on that trade. So now 2 versus 3. Bomb yet to be planted, but it's in prime position to be finished. Pulaski has been red. Being held for no. He goes the other direction. Has room to spare, but the King. CJ's made noise. And that AWP, this might just have to be the save. Surely the recovery seals the deal. Klasia will still stick around, look for more, but if he peeks too deep, his toes will shows. And Bentley, no!
Wow.
Expected! Somehow, Klasia gets that fight now. CJ's being baited back in. He's like, maybe a kill to be had for. Klasia's just going to keep poking away, but he has no smoke. There's no real chance to get that diffused through. The damage is great, and more would be better. It doesn't look like it'll be given away.
Sticking around so long.
Yeah, he wanted it.
Really did want that extra kill. He's even going to come back into the fray, see if he can't find one more fight. That's confidence flowing, I would say, for Klasia right now. It is going to keep the T-side economy honest, but they don't really care. That's fine. They get the round on the board. That's all that matters when you're on the attack. Just got to get these rounds through. There's going to be an SMG out, though. A little gun shuffling. A little gun shuffling in spawn. And eventually, they work it out.
This one's faster. John G in the
He's
smoke.
Stuck on geometry? There he is.
Not for long. Will swing out now and misses his opportunity. DJ on the trade and more to open up the site. It's Cynic adding in, but this stays even. So the retake's still very possible with Jazz Pimp up towards heaven. A new smoke. That keeps him away, and George finds himself there too, but there's a gap in it. Jazz Pimp considers playing past it, not for long. Molly will go on down. Does that get smoked off? Not for now. Jazz Pimp will tuck away and wait. Bomb now finally planted, so that timer starts to tick in the utility. There's so much to sustain. Another flash, another smoke up towards heaven. If they want to go through this one, it has to be disrespectful. It has to be the flash, or you just wait. And you let nearly half that bomb timer tick on down. That's a decision to be made. Another piece of util. A molly, a second molly raining in. So much time is being bought. Eventually, they'll just have to run it, and CJ is down. It's suicide to drop out from heaven. Jazz Pimp knows it. He will not even give it an attempt. The utility for the Party Astronauts win it almost single-handedly.
Excellently played. Excellently played. And each piece is deployed in perfect moment, right? The flash covers up the 1 second of gap in the smokes where you really could be threatened. Then the smoke goes down. Then the Molotov's up in the rafters, so they can't even really lurk out of that smoke. Molotov goes in. I mean, it's just every possible moment, the perfect second to toss that utility comes sailing through. And ChocoCheck gonna have to deal with it. We talked about how brittle that economy was. Now they see the effects. They've still got the op, but at least on Inferno, the op wasn't a huge difference maker. Jazzpimp could make it happen. This would be the round to do so, and they're already past him. Ponalone's gained defense. But Classia's got a kill. Was that just a peek in from Hut? That has to have been.
Something along those lines. But it works well. Outside, though, control is being bought on up. Where's the AWP? Inside still, trying to peek out towards the hub, but there's no gap in this smoke, at least not one that can be exploited as DJ find himself down below, and Ponalone being very careful, wary of a drop down the vent to chase. It's going to be Cynic to hold the line, takes 2, more hunting for him, and the op does finally take something, so that's 2 guns now available. Double AK plus the AWP that was brought into the round. This retake, you gotta go for it, right? Especially with that shot being found, but the trade's there. DJ back in, op showing. DJ, so much to do. He's separated off from where the bomb is, and Ben Leet has to be the one to hit this shot. He's shown. Jazzpimp takes some damage, and it's just a matter of time. Holding, sticking. Jazzpimp is on this, and there's nothing to stop him. The positioning was out of whack for DJ. He had no opportunity to get back, and somehow he lives in the smoke. That is just the worst case scenario for Party Astronauts.
All right, so we talked about it. The op needed to step up. Holy cow, he did 2 kills and a clutch defuse right under their noses. And that's just a positioning in the post plant falling apart for the Party Astronauts, right? Player gets stuck out towards secret. Player's up in control. You got no visibility on the bomb. You can't deny it. The bomb's not planted for either one of you. You're just not in the spot to really be able to fight this. Beautiful blunder there for the Party Astronauts. Huge misstep, because now it gives momentum back over. That's a nice early kill. Cynic just gambling on a player being second vent and gambling correctly and taking Classia in particular out of the round. A guy who's been a difference maker. Oh, the timing for the Hut peek is brilliant, though. Carson finding 1. Bit of a miss there, and a costly one at that. Ben Leet takes 2 as a result. Gonna be left opponent alone. He is in a 1v2. Bomb can go down. Ben Leet gave him this chance. Now we'll see if he can deliver. A bomb's being planted. No one's gonna be in position to deny him this. Oh, he backs away. No, he's got the fight. He's got the kill. He knows the player's out, but he can't get the shot. CJ chases it down for his 3rd kill of the round. A defuse will be on. It comes right down to the wire. They managed to bring this one through.
But what an attempt to be found there for the side of the Party Astronauts. The site opened on up. Honestly, good work done to try and isolate those duels. And this constant chipping away of the ChocoCheck economy has kept them on their toes. They're going to have to force back into this one. They're going to have to constantly be at a tipping point. If Party Astronauts can just take 1 clean round, then they finally get the inside of that delicious chocolate. They break through the hard shell and find the reward of what could be a CT-sided economy reset. They just have to keep up this pace, and they just have to finally squeak one over the line. Ponalone will have that AWP up on his side, so maybe an answer for Jazzpimps.
This is the round to do it. Certainly the round to do it. Warning shot outside. Just trying for it. Didn't see anybody, but you never know. Online, when that's going to be the 1 second someone comes around the corner, so you might as well pop off a shot, let them know. There's an op outside. Timely Molotov prevents the run down at ramp. And a smoke behind it as well. They're not going to find damage, so it's no harm, no foul, frankly, for the T side. But ChocoCheck won't know exactly how much grief they saved themselves. Big kill here. Carson now down for the count. Ben Leet, though, trying to make his individual play outside. Classia on the Hut. He's a nightmare. He's found the op. Can't find any more. Bomb down. 3 on 3. Still a player patrolling outside in the big garage, controlling that entrance in towards Mini, giving his team a lot of faith in their positioning. They spread out quite a bit. The bomb is planted for that Mini play, so Jonji can come back into it, and DJ is going to play from secret as well, so this is their post-plant setup. Everybody's coming in from heaven, though. They've got to hold this line. They've got to secure it. They've just got to be able to spray it down. Losing Jonji and Mini hurts. They're going to hop on that defuse. Player up top has been taken down, but George, offsets the aim straight into the fight. DJ not expecting that. A bit more time would have done it, but once again, the last player slips this through. They're coming right down to the wire here, Mimi, but somehow, some way, ChocoCheck are managing to clutch out these rounds.
These post plants are just proving so problematic for the party astronauts. Consistently, they can get the man count even, they can get that bomb down, but they've just struggled to set up strong in towards the post. The only convincing round was that one towards A with the utility sustainment towards the heaven side. Besides that, they have just been struggling. Fractured off. ChocoCheck has done well to isolate the duels, and that really needs to change. The bomb plants, well, at least it allows continual force buys back on in. It allows, honestly, a respectable amount of utility to back it up. And CJ, outside, wanted to get aggressive. The Molly will push him back. So again, a strong early start for the party astronauts. And Carson, on the other side, the smoke was toying with aggression, but doesn't commit to it. Instead, it's CJ to break blood. The trade's there, but Jazzpim straight through the smoke replies, and now that MP9, it can come into position. It's holding close up on the other side. Pone alone is just too fast, but he needs more. The second shot not hitting, so it's a 2 versus 2. And the space, nothing really gained besides a lick outside. Drop towards lower. That seems to be the best call.
Once again, rounds getting messy. Coming down to the numbers. Whoa. ChocoCheck, and they pull another one out of the hat here. The reality of this is it's kept their economy so brittle that just one of these needs to break against them, and they got no money. But can they pull another magic trick here? Nobody's in position to deny this lower play. 24 seconds. They're trying to clear. They're trying to do their due diligence, but they just need to go at a certain point. And that point is now 18 seconds. They gotta get that bomb planted. And Podalone's got it as well, which means they're not going to be able to leave the op to set up in the post. That denies it. 8 seconds. Time. All they need. Cynic gets around the cooling tower. He knows he has to do it, but he's going to force the fight. George gets it once again. One more clutch breaks the way of ChocoCheck.
It just keeps coming down to the 1 versus 1s, and that has to be so tilting. Party astronauts playing the cards right, getting things so close, and then the final moment, somebody steps up. The brawl outside was honestly swinging the way of the party astronauts. That lower site conceded, but ChocoCheck working in conjunction to find the retake. And it was a game of who was the first to break, and now, it's going to be the party astronauts down onto the pistols. Jonji still has money for a rifle, and Cynic has tucked, feigns the vent drop, and finds a close angle instead off of the vent, and somehow Jonji is just charged on in, finds the first and a second one picked up. The Tech 9s take teeth, and this post went. This is the one successful positioning we previously saw for the party astronauts, but this time, far less utility and far worse weapons. But it might be enough. ChocoCheck, their economy has been so close to breaking point that they might just be forced into the save here. Nothing being given away, it has to be the call.
Pure numbers, right? Pure numbers. You can't get back into it. Anything that you throw at them could just be you losing a gun to them. So they're going to back away. They've lost the 2 SMGs, but if that's it, that's fine. That won't be it, though. See if George can hang on to it. He's been spotted. He's been eyed up. Damage is coming through here. They're trying to survive. They know that any gun they can crowbar out of the hands of ChocoCheck here is a precious piece. It's not going to happen. The bomb takes Cynic out of play. And Party Astronauts, they finally cracked the round through, but 3 guns survive. So this one's not done. 8 rounds already found for ChocoCheck. Party Astronauts looking to build on that momentum. Hitting the accelerator off of the Tech 9s, going fast in the play towards upper. It's the antidote. It works for them. It simplifies things and keeps it from getting into those late 2v2s, 3v3s, late numbers games. Just hit them and overwhelm.
And it works wonders. But that's not necessarily achievable round after round. For party astronauts, they have to think of a plan for consistency, because when they're holding this default, it works fine. They're able to shut down the ChocoCheck aggression, but it gets bloody. And in these even number situations towards the late round, that's where things really, really get bad. I wouldn't hate to see the pace stay up for party astronauts. At least feign that early on. ChocoCheck's economy, despite what they managed to save on over, is still limping. Get an early frag. Apply this early pressure, and you might be able to get it done. And well, fast. They've delivered on it. Fast down the vent. B site already secured. So this time, it's another retake, but it's 5 versus 5.
Full vent drop. You don't really have ideal retake setups here on ChocoCheck. Oh, out in the smoke. What is this? It could work for Glacia. I think maybe he's trying to wander back in. I'm not sure where he wants to go with this. It's not gonna happen. So the Deagle's dropped. Do you punt on this round if you're ChocoCheck? You do. You do. You got nothing in the tank. You might as well back off. You've only lost a Deagle so far into this. So Party Astronaut's going to stack on the round. And now let's see if Ben can take a gun out of play. He's got one. Looking to bleed the piggy bank now. They're feeling the pinch. ChocoCheck, there's no safe harbor. Nowhere to go with it. They're going to have to fight to survive. And it's left to Carson, who's just got the MP9. Backed into a corner, can't get out to a rifle, and they're gonna nail him to the wall. Finally, the round won cleanly for the Party Astronauts. They take the guns out of play. They win the round. They've got things working in their favor now.
And speed is just that magic number. A hit even faster than their previous one, and a well-held post-plant. Full reset. Just USPs. A taser? It's Glacia, of course, but it's nothing too much more to write home about. This should be a 5th for a Party Astronauts, and, well, it'll give them momentum behind it. The Zeus will go in towards the hut. I swear I've seen Glacia play this before. Glacia plays this on, like, half of the eco rounds for ChocoCheck when they have to play this map. He's gonna charge forward. No, the hot swap doesn't work out. I think if he just holds the Zeus there, there's a chance he gets that kill.
She got a Zeus and W. Zeus and W.
Oh, no.
It's a Zeus tech. Very important.
Is there a War Owl video on that?
Probably. Guy's been making videos for a minute.
Nord out here with the brand new Zeus lineup. For optimal success.
I mean, I think I should make a Zeus strat video. That's my niche.
Maybe that's your niche, yeah.
Tactical analysis? Pfft, it's enough of that. Zeus strats.
I love it.
Gonna corner the YouTube market. CJ is gonna try and corner the Deagle market, but that market seems to be a little quiet right now. Little bearish.
Stocks are down. He's looking to at least get something before he does have to sell his shares on off. He'll work his way around past the ramp. So cautious, but really no one giving this on over to him. They're leaving as a pack. The Party Astronauts won't give him an easy target.
Oh, good one there from Jonji. Little drive-by, no damage done the other way. Well, now some damage done. Just a little friendly fire for the fun. We're coming to the waning moments of the half. Only 2 more rounds to play out. ChocoCheck will invest into this one, so this is where they make their stand. Double digits would obviously be phenomenal for them here. And they got a chance to make it happen. But the Party Astronauts, since the momentum's come up, seem to have found a little bit of the antidote. The secret knock, if you will, to get in the clubhouse. See if they can extend their membership permissions.
Jazz Pimp on the spam towards the outside, but Party Astronauts have only sent one. It's Jonji.
Oh, he's doing the mid-wrap. He's doing the mid-wrap. No one's set up for this.
Oh, it might work out perfectly. No one checks the close left corner. That's odd. It works out in the end, though. Jonji's wrap finds one, and it's the entry force of the Party Astronauts to cut it down to George and to finish him off with a fire. It's awkward, but regardless.
The master of camouflage. Just stand there in front of them.
Sometimes the best way to hide, disguise yourself in plain sight.
Last place they'll expect, in front of them.
This is starting to get a little dire for ChocoCheck. That round count for the Party Astronauts is slowly creeping up.
You know, they say clear your corners.
Yeah.
I think they cleared their corners too hard there. They cornered, and they didn't clear their straights.
That's always a tough one.
Give out for George. Very scraped together by. Again.
He's got a surprisingly nice Negev skin. Like, he's
I mean, it
prepared
makes
for
sense
this.
if you're on this team, right? You got
375 kills on the Negev.
You got to invest. You got to be flexing on your Negev. It's not fact new though. I see a little bit of wear there on the back. It is pretty nice though.
Disappointed, to be honest, in that one. But he might have an opportunity to tack that number up just a tad bit higher. DJ, he's clearing this. There's no way the Negev gets a kill. The rev-up time is just too long, but still. Forces have arrived. It's Jazzpimp to try and swing on forward, and CJ here too. MP9 finds teeth, but that's a little bold. Swings through the smoke, falls as a result, and now CJ goes down too. It's just Classia alone for the 1 versus 3. The bomb soon to be planted. The world, it's just an oyster for the party astronauts. His HP already so far gone. It's last in the half. Any damage you can do, at least you can buff up your ADR. Hope to get something done. He'll make his attempt, but fall he will. It's 8-7 as ChocoCheck Gaming look to recover after the break.
An early bastion of rounds proved not strong enough for ChocoCheck to rely on, and this one ends 8-7, as close can be. Party Astronauts looking to take the pistol early here and give themselves a lead right off the rip as we head into their defensive half.
Well, it's quick outside here for ChocoCheck. CJ already bounding in towards that CT spawn. His Pwn alone will take some damage and fall away. How deep are they wrapping this one? Trying to pinch Bentley, go down lower off of the ramp. That seems to be the play. How much can Bentley get done? Has to be at least one, and he's not able to live up to the task. But Pwn alone, and all this time has wrapped around, and Cynic is still holding. Down below, CZ, it's the perfect weapon for the job, and now Pwn behind. They should force him to speed up, or force him to double back. Take the duel against him, and that's a tough one. Pwn alone, grabs his second, wants even more. His teammate falls down around him. DJ attempted for the support, but the nade is just perfect. Cynic has the dunk, and now they're just ambling in one at a time. It's Jazzpimp to stand. It's P250, though. It's 2 wounded opponents, but he's given away the game. And no damage has been found off of it. The range shot's not connecting, and now the CZ posted to hold his angle. With no utility, this one should be impossible. He would have to give these duels away. Open up a chance for Jazzpimp to even dream of this one. The swing will come forward. He spots out one, knows now where all 3 players are, but it does not matter. John G will finish the job and tie us up.
One of those classic moments where you're just waiting for that first point of contact and then everybody swings, right? It's tough to imagine a way to win that as Jazzpimp. You basically have to delete the first guy as soon as you see a pixel of him and be ready for the next 2. Not going to happen there. Also, unexpected HE kills when I don't see the pin get pulled will always be funny to me. Guy just goes flying.
Everyone just disappears straight out of the server.
It's great.
You'll have to see it.
It's great. Not so much if you ChocoCheck, though. Obviously, score now tied. Party Astronauts can convert this one. All the momentum in their favor. And, well, they're doing some good damage to start things off. Cynic a little nervous about getting run down. Hoping he can get a reload in here. And they'll give him the space to do so.
John G. Tickling for the outside. All right. Head ripper there. As a frag will be picked on up for Carson still. That gun not in a good position to recover. And Pwn alone We'll fight towards the outside.
Oh.
Range has a trade, though. Wait a
All
minute.
right.
Now this one gets really funky. Bomb will double back. There's still a minute left. Where do they want to take this one? Seems like out towards upper. That vent drop's still a possibility. The utility, though, a
Oh.
bit limited. And
DJ,
DJ pushing.
timing.
Oh, he's going to see it. He's going to spot the shoulder, but he can't take the head. George rips it off him. So now, man, disadvantage by 2. It's Pone and Cynic to fight back in. Is there util to work with a molly, a flash? Pone will use it, and he wants to take the stool, but the angle's not there. And George shuts him down. Now Cynic solo on HP. And Glacia has pushed straight on through. Feels the best bet was just to keep this gun.
Yeah. What a bizarre turn of events. Not only do they win the round, right? I mean, that's impressive enough. They win it commandingly.
Oh, yeah.
DJ, unable to get that kill on George, just gets a headshot, right? Maybe just posts up, but he just pokes in at the wrong moment. Now Cynic's just trying to stay alive here, expecting to be hunted. Any kill he could get here would be nice, purely just to make that extra $600, but he's going to get cleaned up, and instead it'll be Glacia with the money, making that money, stacking that paper, and taking the lead back. ChocoCheck dropping the pistol. Looked like the wind was going to be out of their sails, and what a time for the recovery. What a time for the Uno reverse card to come out here. My goodness. Major blunders by Party Astronauts in that round.
Yeah, something better needed to come out of that. Even if it is a loss, you need to get damage, you need to keep it competitive. None of that was the case. Now, Deegs, CZs, nothing too good at all as ChocoCheck. There's a lot of space to work with outside. It's a bit of a stack towards this upper bomb site. 3 players set up in that direction, and John G, elsewhere, trying to vie for some space outside, trying to get cheeky past the molly.
A little bit of hesitation here from ChocoCheck. Not something we've seen a whole lot of from this team in general, but obviously they recognize how important it is to convert this round. You convert this one, you can run these rounds up before the CTs can really get their feet under them. Up on the hut comes DJ. Good flashbang. And the numbers are just starting to stack up here. The body count not looking good for the Party Astronauts. There's no safe haven to go to. DJ will get one, but he's got a CZ, right? Doesn't have time for the reload. Certainly needs to try and find another fight, another place to slip away, and that's not going to happen. I don't know that I'd fancy giving Cynic this many shots, but he'll only connect one of them, and it'll be all right. ChocoCheck will be finding double digits here. Ben Leet maybe just trying to cling on to the armor Deeg.
And he should be able to do that, but off a pistol round win. Find yourself at a deficit, losing out on momentum. That is really tough, and it's just going to be another eco to come off of this round as Enlight. Oh, he might have his chance, given an opportunity, but just has to run on back. Now he's being hunted. The SMGs will run straight into his head, so it's double digits now for ChocoCheck, and the 11th lined up for him.
Just teed up. Put it right on the tee. Just going to drive this one.
See,
That's
I know
great.
that's for, the saying is for golf, but I always think of, like, kiddie baseball. Like,
T-ball.
Little League. When
Yeah.
T-ball.
I use that as a
I always think
metaphor,
of,
too.
like, there's just a little Counter-Strike player. Just hitting away. Trying their best at it.
Yeah,
All that
I mean,
aside,
that one's a good metaphor for this round, too, right? Because it's just, you
Yeah.
just got the ball right up on the post. It couldn't be any easier. You just swing with all your might and launch that thing into left field. I always managed to hit the post when I was a kid.
really.
Yeah, and then it would
But
just
if you
awkwardly...
if you hit the post, doesn't it still kind of awkwardly launch the ball? a
Usually
little
what would happen is the post would go forward, the ball would kind of bounce up, and then just kind of
Ah.
drop straight down,
bit? Disappointing, really.
in my experience. I was not an athletic kid. This may shock everyone to learn.
That's
not
surprising.
an athletic kid.
Never would have
Yeah.
pegged you as a non-natural born athlete based off your line of work.
Well, I mean, so a lot of Counter-Strike players wind up getting into competition because
Because
they
they
get
like
some
break
sports
their arm in
injury.
soccer and then their brother
Yeah.
introduces them. I swear that's
Yeah.
every player's story.
That's the Olaf Meister story. Knee injury, and then everyone else was just like, yeah, I did that too.
Yeah. Everyone does it now. Who are all these big brothers who got everyone into CS? It's just like, damn it, I should have been that good. What happened? What went wrong?
Well, so here's my theory on it, right? When you're a
Hmm.
younger sibling, I don't know if you have any siblings, but when you're a younger sibling,
don't.
one of the things that you do growing up is you are into whatever your sibling is into, right? So
Sure.
naturally, then if your older brother gets into CS, well, you get into CS at an earlier age.
And you have
So
to do
then-
it better then. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're younger, you have more time.
you have more time. You've got those extra grind years that your older brother didn't have.
And your parents have also probably kind of loosened out a little bit about the
Mhm.
gaming, right? They're a little
Mhm.
more okay with you playing a little bit more. You grind it on out. And then you get some like demonic 13-year-olds who will
Yep.
1D you when they see 1 pixel of your head.
And that's why little brothers are better.
I'm guessing you're a little brother?
You're correct.
There you go. There you go. Maybe a little bias there. I know we
Science.
try not to be biased casters,
Science.
but it feels like maybe it's creeping in a little bit.
Provable. Oh, what is also provable is that the party astronauts finally have a buy up. It's not perfect. There's no op. They could fall into the money trap if they drop here. And ChocoCheck don't need that many more rounds. Jonji's going to get them an early boon here. Taking the first pick. Carson's trying to chase this out ramp. There's a player on the ramp itself. Bentley wants to come back in to clear this, but he's not ready. Carson was already in the angle, so quick into it. Now they've got the path towards lower. There's going to have to be the adjustment. Jonji already getting down for it. He's the only one just now. And oh, he's out. He wanted this fight. He wanted this heat. And he's not going to be able to get it. He's dropped. His teammates trying to battle back in. Do they want to go for this? Now a question needs to be asked. Do you fight for the retake? The question's going to be, does Cynic get these kills? Oh, no, he does not. That should make the decision for them. They've got to save here. And they may
Yeah.
not even be allowed to. DJ's in a tough spot.
He might be able to get out. Should have the timing to escape. Pone alone already has that confirmation, but what a tough round to lose for the party astronauts. I mean, Jonji gets one completely free real estate. Didn't have to do anything for it. Spray through with smoke. And then it just feels like towards lower, there's a bit of an overextension. Jonji swings too far trying to help his teammate, and then that just gives away 2 for 1 versus 1s. And it was left down to an individual play. It just does not work out at all. Both Cynic and Benleet falling without a single frag to their name, and talked about an economic boom. They're getting close to it.
Yeah.
Could be a reinvestment here. Pone and DJ can drop across a gun, hope for something, but safer bet, probably just stick with Deagles.
Yeah.
The rest of them.
The problem is if you invest there, then you're really up against it for the rest of the half if you don't win.
Yeah. It's a risk.
You never get a real chance. This way they'll have at least something. They should be able to put the op on Ponolo next round as well. Loss bonus will be maxed. You get to go. But my goodness, the party astronauts. I don't think they were anticipating this one getting so close, right? Once you win the pistol, you breathe that sigh of relief, and maybe they let out too much relief there. Need some of that stress to keep you on your toes.
Well, they've got it now.
Yeah. In spades.
Maybe
Stress
a little too much.
faux days. They're trying to lure them back down towards lower this time. Ponalone's lying in wait with the rifle. They want them to go down secret.
They just might. Outside control already been garnered.
There's a
They're
gap.
doing it. Oh, that spam actually good. Jonji deals some damage, softening up the targets for Pone alone. The question is how many can he get? Posted on the angle, the head glitch. But they
So
have
that's an
fully
interesting
committed.
Gap, right? He sees the little hint of, I don't even know if he actually really sees the ankle, but he sees him on the radar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where that spam comes in.
Is this going to be a full reset, or do they recommit?
Uh-oh.
Now things get funky. DJ takes down CJ.
They've
So
stalled
these
out outside.
pistols get even more deadly. Every second, the pistols can find more and more might. On the upper site, there are 2 players set up who can swing forward, can help to win this one out, and now Benleet's rotating. His push can find so much information. Limited are the options of ChocoCheck, and the flank is coming through. Benleet, he just can waste time. 10 seconds. The bomb needs to come down right here, right now, and Cynic looks to shut it down. It's being planted. George is committing. Where's the spam? It's not coming through. Swing forward.
got it.
But the bomb's down. Still, the crags, they come through. And somehow, some way, Party Astronauts keep it going and win.
What a huge swing. What a huge swing. Now, they don't have to worry about money prison. Still not going to be, I mean, like, the money still matters. But you can put up the op, you can put up a full buy. You're not going to have to worry about deprivations in that round. That was a huge swing. ChocoCheck stalling outside. They only get the one player down secret. The 5-7 spam slows them up. Then DJ is able to take those swings at the apple, and they sort of they stagger just a little bit too much, which isn't something that we see from ChocoCheck a lot. Usually they're very into their first read, and in those moments, the gaps are found, and they're punished. Spotted. Classy out by the red box. Think he probably saw the player blue as well. This information traded. If HEs were available, this could be bad, but I think instead they're going to try and let Ben Leet come up secret, see if he can't find the kill that way. Big smoke.
Yeah.
How does Ben reposition off of this? Oh, he gets up on the railing? What's he doing? This is bold. What is he doing?
Is this a one-way? Is this a one-way? He's trying to spam. He gets something out of it. That was a risk. But it pays off, I suppose. Wins out on the damage game.
Classy loses himself on geometry somewhere in there. Otherwise, that could have been a really bad punish.
Yeah.
Instead, they're going to threaten ramp here. Jonji's got a kill elsewhere. He was in the garage. Okay, so he takes Classy out of play. They slow peek the op. That's never going to be the token. Poen alone. He'll have to get out the angle, but he found his pound of flesh in the meantime. And now he can just bail on out towards the setup on lower.
Yeah, it's important. There's still a player up towards heaven. Options are limited here for the T's completely. They're going to try and take this one upper, but as long as DJ can hold down George, they should be able to win this round. George, though, is he going deeper? He's trying to push for a frag hunt if he can find something. He might be able to sneak up behind and get this one done still. 20 seconds now. Time is ticking. Jonji's still outside, and Jonji's not checking. It's a game of timing, and George might have just won it out. He's sneaking forward, but Cynic takes down one in 10 seconds. Has to be the save. They were lined up to get something done there, but in losing that player, time is just too far gone. And ChocoCheck now, 2 rounds in a row, the clock gets the better of him.
Hit that moment, right? They're waiting for the play to come through from heaven. Just couldn't be there fast enough. They didn't have enough seconds to work that. And it's not like you can speed it up. As soon as you give the audio cue, it's useless. So, tough situation for ChocoCheck. Didn't have the clock to play that one out. Well played by the Party Astronauts to sort of constantly keep them at arm's reach, never really let them into that, and you're going to be able to convert that round cleanly, right? So minimal reinvestment here. Now you've got the money secured. You've got the 4 AKs to pair with your AWP. I don't even love this buy in the current meta, right? Like, the M4 is so good for smoke spams, for, like, squeaky door spams and the like, but it's the War Trophy buy. There's some psychological edge to knowing that you kept everybody alive and around, and you took all your opponent's guns.
And hey, Party Astronauts are pretty good at finding those quick headshots when necessitated. As Bomb is still back. ChocoCheck again are taking this one a little bit slower, maybe trying to feel out where that op is for Poen alone. This time, he's again over towards the ramp, a different angle, but same position generally. Is usually will be lined up. Are they gonna try and take this one towards upper? Molly available, possibly to go up top the hut. Molly will come on in, and Clazio will try an entry. He's found 2. His teammates do get traded on out, and Jonji, that swing is just a little too much. Now it's only 2 left alive on this retake. Poen, though, op shot, it misses. An opportunity given and taken straight back away, but the health. It's an issue for the T's, but do the Party Astronauts know that? Because it's a 2v3 in the retake.
Doesn't matter if you have no health. If they don't do it, if they don't commit to the fight, money is available, but God, that's a tough retake. Over the lip, Poen alone tries to go, and he's punished for it. Bentley might just try and get that op back, and he's not even comfortable going and overextending there. Big kill. Or at least limit one more. It doesn't really matter for the T side, but it should mean that Bentley saves his gun.
The op launches back. Some kind of lovely fate, but there's God's none on the side of Bentley today, so it'll just be the AK saved on over. ChocoCheck again, slow on the start, but just a fast execute upwards. Jonji, I love his aggression, right? It is so good when it works, but it's been 2 rounds now where he almost greeds to help his teammates that are already too far gone on the site and dies for nothing.
I do want to give huge props to Classy in that round, though. Those 2 entries on towards A were disgusting. He's had some massive impact rounds across both maps. Is a huge part of why this is such a close series.
Oh, yeah.
The individual impact is off the charts for Classy right now. DJ going to get caught on the reload. George just gotten out by the vent. Finds the spacing and the spam. Oh, that might want to punish him. DJ finds one, thinks that's enough. Oh, the second vent player is there. Is there the trade? There's one on site. Cynic's dancing around by the blue box, but he's losing teammates. Oh, too many. George, 3 entries. Huge play here, and Jonji can't get back through. This is going to have to be a save. It has to be. The money will have run out. ChocoCheck find 14. Just these plays knocking on the doors towards the A sites worked out for them. Second round in a row it does so. Last time it was Classy making the huge play. This time it's George to deliver.
George and Carson just keep stepping up. George especially in that previous round, and just going to be Pwn alone on the save. No one really to hunt him down. So Sop should be sustained into the next round unless Jazz Pimp goes looking. But he seems to be chasing after the wrong horse. Still, I mean, this Party Astronaut squad, it seems like they're just struggling with these faster paced rounds. They try and trade their way on through, but the player in the backside gets completely isolated. And off of the 2 entries, it just had to be him. Pwn alone was far too late on the rotation. And in those situations, it's just down to the duels. And it's George consistently winning those. Now this money, it's crippled. They're buying into it. They're going to give it a try. Pwn can drop 1. This is a risky decision.
I mean, you don't want to play for overtime here, right? You kind of gotta. It's definitely a decision to make, but they're going to try and risk it in this one. Give themselves a chance here to slow the momentum from ChocoCheck. Weird smokes outside. There's no one behind him. Jonji should probably realize that pretty quickly. And yeah, he's going to have the info to his teammates now. Don't know that he wants to press the periphery, though. Pwn alone will open this. That's what they need. They need that op to deliver. The hut peek works out. Actually, not sure if that was a hut or a squeaky peek.
And late.
Did he just break glass?
Yeah.
Faking the audio cue to go towards secret. He's coming back, though, off of it. Or maybe just giving himself an escape route. George has gained ramp room, though. It's been a nuisance when they managed to get in here again. But time, Mimi, time's becoming an issue.
Yeah.
We're 45 seconds on the clock.
Yet again. And the smoke shows that ramp has been taken. DJ will still hold. If he needs a fast rotation, he has that vent drop. Fine to play this close off angle. CJ, is he aware of it? Pwn alone again. He's reposted. Shot does miss, but DJ comes alive. The trade is there, and it's good. Pwn alone. Did he even shoot in that one? Has to re-peek back onto the angle to switch away. The bomb is down, and now that's where the trigger gets pulled. That's where the connection comes through. Pwn alone had to step up, and he damn well did. 2 to be found in the round as Party Astronaut's investment comes to fruition.
They gambled the house on that round, but it paid out. They are the lucky lottery winner this time around, and now the Party Astronauts get a chance to fight for this. 3 rounds to tie up the scoreline, try and take us to full 30. ChocoCheck, meanwhile, they finally were rebuffed on one of those takes towards A, but admittedly that time they had already lost players. They were already at a disadvantage, and a pause is going to come in. You have to imagine this is from the Party Astronauts side. Let's see if we have it in the logs. No, ChocoCheck call for the timeout. There we go. ChocoCheck trying to figure out what their strat is in this round, discussing things, talking it over. Love to see it here. This is a very competitive game from ChocoCheck, and they are looking to take it over, to take us to map 3.
On alone. Up top. It's an outside play early on. Plenty of utility raining in for it. I'm not a part of it, though, and no gap present. Pwn will try and throw the molly deep. There's a gap for him, but it's too late to exploit. Already a player across, and from the top rope, wow. Bentley just gets eviscerated by Colossia. Now in the lower sights, ChocoCheck has control.
He's just a nightmare now. you know, you have to deal with him. He's so far deep. You're so quick into that.
They've re-cleared some space in Secret, though. So this is at least contained. Pono alone
Yeah.
has the ramp. Secret is controlled. There's players to watch over for the vent. They've given up all this space, but no one else can join him. It's quarantined. For now, though. 50 seconds left. Is it going to be a vent drop? Likely. Try and join your teammate down towards B, but Cynic's here, a second vent player too. This could very easily go wrong. That A1S so primed to spray. The molly, it's there and they shut it down. Still a second up top. He'll find one. Needs a little more not to happen. Cynic takes it down, and now Jonji has to make a heroic play, and heroes don't always work out. Map point secured. ChocoCheck. Keep it going.
Feeling like dust, too, at this point. We'll get the buy through. There's Mag 7s on the field for the Party Astronauts. They are a Mag 7 team, for sure. You love that shoddy gun. Sure, they'd rather not be dealing with it in this situation, but we'll see if they can make some sort of magic happen here. 3 rifles up. Surprised by the amount of head armor, to be honest. Classy has already been tagged. Not sure where that was. George will get this particular party started, and the aggression outside has not paid out. Bentley will at least be able to bring back 1, but that is not enough in this situation. He's trying to fight for more, and Clasia has his number. It's all falling apart. It's left to DJ just with 1 Mag 7 against 4. It's not happening. Not here. Not now. We're going to Dust 2.